Cerebrum. It is the largest part of the brain. Situation. It is situated in the cranium, in the anterior and middle cranial fossae. So this is the skull, okay, the cranium. I have opened the cranium. See, this is the cranium you have. This is the anterior cranial fossa. This is the middle cranial fossa. And this is the posterior cranial fossa. The cerebrum is situated in the anterior and middle cranial fossa. The posterior cranial fossa largest the cerebellum. General features. The cerebrum consists of two cerebral hemispheres. Two cerebral hemispheres separated in the midline by a gap or a fissure known as median longitudinal fissure. Median longitudinal fissure. In the depth of the median longitudinal fissure, the two cerebral hemispheres are connected by commissural fibers known as corpus callosum. So, this is the corpus callosum. So, through this, the two cerebral hemispheres are connected. Each cerebral hemisphere has three poles: frontal pole, occipital pole, and temporal pole. Once I repeat, each cerebral hemisphere has three poles, that is ends: frontal pole, occipital pole, and temporal pole. Three borders: superomedial border, inferior-medial border, and inferior-lateral border. Superior-medial border, inferior-medial border, and inferior-lateral border. Three surfaces: superior-lateral surface, medial surface, and inferior surface. The surface of the cerebrum has a number of grooves and elevations. The grooves are known as sulci, singular sulcus, and the elevations are known as gyri and singular gyrus. I'm going to state some of the important sulcus. Okay, this is the central sulcus. It is a groove present in the center of the frontal and the occipital pole. Between these two poles, if you take a center point, so this is the central sulcus. Okay. Number two, lateral sulcus. Okay, lateral sulcus. So the cerebrum is divided to lower part and upper part by this groove. I'll tell the parts later. Okay. Third one is parieto-occipital sulcus. This is the parieto-occipital sulcus. Actually, it is very prominent on the medial surface. Okay. So a small part is coming on the superolateral surface. So these are the important sulci. Okay. Lobes of the cerebrum. Each cerebral hemisphere has four lobes: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. Number one, frontal lobe. The area of the cerebrum present anterior to the central sulcus constitutes frontal lobe. Parietal lobe. The area of the cerebrum present between the central sulcus and the parieto-occipital sulcus. So this area constitutes the parietal lobe. Occipital lobe, occipital lobe. Okay, it is a part of the cerebrum present behind the parieto-occipital sulcus. Temporal lobe. It is a part of the cerebrum present below the lateral sulcus. So the lateral sulcus separates the temporal lobe from the frontal and parietal lobes. The frontal parietal lobe are above the lateral sulcus. The temporal lobe is below the lateral sulcus.